G'day guys, this is Nick from Stridewise.com in Midtown Manhattan, New York City with a very silly video, but I happened to get 5 free pairs of Selvedge jeans from 5 different brands, 5 weights, 5 kinds of denim, and they all came back from hemming and alterations at Brooklyn Garment Company all at the same time. Brooklyn Garment Company, they do very precision denim tailoring here in New York. So I wanted to show them to you because they're all very different and kind of embody different areas of this already very niche category, right, of a Selvedge denim. Before I get into it, I want to note I'm very aware of how silly it is to have so many pairs of such durable jeans that could easily be worn every day for a year or 3 or 5. The point of Selvedge for most guys is to find one ride or die pair that they can wear constantly and get great fades in. My old pure blue Japans are pretty nicely faded, but I have obviously gone past the point of no return here. Like if I want to wear all of these jeans, and I do, it's going to take years to get them looking nice and worn and faded, which is where their real value comes from, right? Like how long they can be worn. That's a big thing in the raw denim world. But I figure I can introduce you to some cool brands and denims you might not have seen before. So, first up is Tanuki. This is my first pair of jeans, believe it or not, that are over 20 ounces, which is very exciting. My first really heavyweight jeans, right? And they're my first pair made with secret denim, which is like the most iconic Japanese denim in the world, I think. I had a pair of stretched secret denim a few years ago, but they didn't really fit very well, and this is my first pair of secret denim. It's very famous for its secretive recipe that produces a denim that denimhunter.com described as a near miraculous mixture of earthy beiges, seafoam greens, and deep blues that is rough and flecked with beige, a lighter and greener shade than most Selvedge, and just oozes texture. This is one of Tanuki's collaborations with Oni, 2 very excellent brands. The only difference here is that Tanuki's collaboration uses a thicker yarn for the weft. But Marcus at Tanuki, he assured me that, quote, honestly, the 21.5 ounce are legit secret denim and they fade exactly the same. He's Irish. Well, he's actually German, but he lives in Ireland and he has fully assimilated the accent. I just visited him there actually. Fun fact, I asked Tanuki for these jeans and they sent them to me for free, but they were too small, and Marcus had recently made it clear how tired he was of how neurotic I am about fit and sizing and how many times I've exchanged free things they've sent me. So then I actually went ahead and bought these jeans with my own money in the correct size because I wanted them so badly. I just took the L. So these went quite free. I sold the other pair, but it was at quite a loss. Anyway, 21.5 ounces. These are like thick carpets that feel like a blanket. It's different to like Ironheart's 20+ ounce jeans, which need much more breaking in, although they also kind of mold to your body a bit better. The secret denim is like much cozier and comfy from the get-go, and obviously more interesting than Ironheart's like very uniform, tightly constructed jeans. I feel like the whole spectrum of Selvedge denim has like Ironheart and unbranded like on the end of one end of like sturdy and smooth, and then there's like Oni and Tanuki on the other as like weirder, more complex fabrics. That's the end that I like, the weird side. And I have another one at that end of the list as well later on in this video, but first, let's get into Brad Pitt's jeans, more accurately known as Raleigh denim. I went to this event a few weeks ago hosted by Alan Edmonds, the shoe company. It was hosted by Alan Edmonds and Raleigh near Rockefeller Center in Midtown, and that's where I met Victor Litvinenko, who is kind of like an eccentric artist, mad scientist type who had just released these really crazy black raw denim wingtip shoes that he put out with Alan Edmonds. So he had like a dream of reviving American jeans, and with that he enlisted a pattern maker who worked at Levi's in the 60s and 70s to elevate the fit and construction and details of his jeans. He also found farmers who would grow them the first ever crop of certified organic cotton in North Carolina, and they had it spun and ginned and woven within 200 miles of their Raleigh, North Carolina workshop. They're a very small, very hands-on company that has like 10 or 15 jeansmiths working out of their Raleigh store. And they're more partial to calling their company an art project that helps explore the relationship between time and design. I need to get them hemmed, but like look how like lovingly stitched this chain stitch here is. Like I kind of can't bear to alter these jeans. I'm gonna do a full video on these guys and all the features that they employ that are impossible to mass produce. But in the meantime, I put a link in the description below, and I'm going to try to do justice to my Graham work taper jeans. that are made with their Nihon Menpu denim that was designed to replicate the weight and feel of their favorite denim from white oak, which was a denim plant in North Carolina that sadly shut its doors in 2017. But with more projects like Raleigh, maybe we can see more places like that return to the American landscape. Oh yeah, and Brad Pitt has 25 pairs of jeans from them, so it's good enough for Brad Pitt. Next up, we got Hiroshi Kato, which I think I'm supposed to pronounce Kato, but I think we're trying a bit hard. Kato have a lot of Japanese staff I've chatted with, and their denim is made just outside of Tokyo. And then it comes to the US, where they're sewn and washed and put through durability tests in Los Angeles. So they're inspired by classic menswear designs, so they sell a lot of the other kind of stuff that I talk about on this channel, like wax canvas jackets and chore coats and field jackets like this one I picked up and just wore all over Europe. What Kato is known for is their 4-way stretch denim, and this is actually the first stretch Selvedge I've really worn, besides those only secret denim ones that didn't fit and had to sell. Stretch is a really interesting element in the raw denim world because there's such a traditionalist streak running through this subculture that, including man-made materials like the 4% polyurethane in these 10.5 ounce scissor slim tapered jeans, including that kind of stuff in polyester and elastane, is considered heresy by a lot of people. Like, it's just not what people wore in the 50s, so well, I don't want it. That's what a lot of guys feel. You see it on Reddit anytime this brand is discussed or any stretch Selvedge is discussed. There'll always be some comments from guys getting downvoted, to be fair, complaining about stretch in their jeans. But if you're going to wear stretch denim, the consensus is it should be Kato's. It's 4-way stretch, and with a whole 4% polyurethane, it's stretchier than anything else you've probably tried in the Selvedge sphere. But their jeans fade like regular Selvedge, and they have a cool fades page on their website, so you can see just how well they age as well. Like, they are really, pound for pound, very similar to other Selvedge denim. The denim itself it's fairly uniform. It's not like Oni or Pure Blue Japan or anything. But reviews will say that they actually are really good at conforming to your body with some wear, and the material loosens up a bit so you can see the weave, and they're not hot or itchy. All of these are things you don't always get in stretch Selvedge, so this is considered like the stretch Selvedge brand. So you combine all those elements with a 10.5 ounce weight, which is ideal for summer, and the undeniable fact that it's more comfortable for traveling, and I'm really interested in seeing how these go. At least now that I've had them altered, because like Tanuki secret denim, I had to size up so that it fit my big ass and thighs and then get the waist taken in. But now they're ready for some serious wear. All right, Shockoe is the next one. Shockoe Atelier is what I'm eyeing very closely as the next big thing in American denim. It's a small family-run enterprise in Richmond, Virginia, and they gained a lot of steam last year when they had a fade contest on Reddit for their Kojima jeans. You can see the winner here, but my mate Albert, who you might know as Upstate Guy Style on Instagram, has a pair of Kojimas that look freaking beautiful. I think he would have won that contest if he'd entered. The denim holds up really, really well, but since I had the Raleighs as my standard blue American midweight jean, I went with Raleigh's Stonewashed Black, which I'm happy with because this ivy fit really fits me very, very well. The founder's dad was a tailor in Italy, and he's like Shockoe's production expert now. And the stonewashing made this denim really, really soft. The downside is that this less crisp denim is a bit harder to cuff, but I'm pretty stoked on these, and I got these about a month ago and actually wore them around the UK. I didn't need alterations of these ones, so I've got a tiny amount of whisker fades going here. Shockoe offers free, unlimited lifetime repairs, and they've built their jeans based on what they see when jeans are sent back to get fixed. So for example, people's keys often punch through the back pocket, so the back pockets are lined, which is fairly rare. They're also riveted as well, which I don't know if I've seen that before on back pockets. I know it happens, but I haven't gotten any jeans like that. And it helps to keep the pockets from getting unstitched at the corners with wear. And if you look closely, all the rivets as well are leather backed. That's because sometimes to do repairs, you need to cut open the seams, open them up. And you can't really do that if there's a rivet there, but by putting that leather in between, it lets them pry between the rivet and the leather so they can remove them without damaging the fabric. For American Selvedge, they're also cheap. The cheapest on this list at $250, which is remarkable if you know a thing or two about these sorts of brands. I'd say $300 is sort of like a default for these sorts of products. Lastly, Pure Blue Japan and Okayama denim. The last one I'm showing you is my favorite pair because it's just so over the top. It's like the pinnacle of Japanese Selvedge denim. Like, when my friends ask me why people get so weird over this world of Japanese jeans, I send them straight to the sales page of these jeans, which are these super rough, Kakishibu jeans that are a collaboration with Pure Blue Japan and Okayama Denim. Kakishibu is persimmon, which, quotes from the sales page, has a deep-rooted history in Japanese craft culture and tradition dating back to the early 13th century when it was first introduced to Japan from China. Annually, in late August, unripe persimmon are harvested as their tannin or juice is extracted. Used as a multi-solution tool, Kakishibu was used to cure hangovers, for wood lacquering, and even as a cleaning agent for sake, to name only a few of the varied applications of this historic dye. There are about 1,000 more words on that sales page telling you how magical and exciting these jeans are. The gravel rough in texture and full of slub and nep. The warp is indigo, the weft is dyed with persimmon, which depending on the light produces a jean that can look burgundy, purple, brown, blue, black, or like a deep red, like a cherry red. It is a lot of jean. It's not a quiet jean, especially if you're in the sunlight, but I've worn them actually a couple of times, and with a black top, like a black canvas jacket or sweater, and gray boots, I think they look really good. That's the way to go. If everything else you wear is muted, like black and gray, these jeans look really, really cool. So that's it. I've got a heavyweight, slightly green pair, the Tanukis. I got a midweight classic blue pair from Raleigh. I got a lightweight stretch black one from Kato, Stonewashed black American one, a midweight, and then this purple persimmon pair for good measure. I think I'm set. I don't think I'll ever need any more jeans ever again. I'm sure I'll buy more jeans, but I'm telling myself this is it. I'm gonna try and get some wear in these so I can show them the respect that all these pairs of jeans deserve. Hopefully that was educational to you, even if you're kind of new to this hobby or completely unfamiliar with it, because this is all the kinds of fabric you can get. From Selvedge denim, woven on antique shuttle looms. All right, subscribe, man. I got more content on Selvedge jeans, heritage wear, men's boots, and casual apparel that's made to last a long time coming up on the channel. So subscribe if you want to see more of that. Bye. I'll see you later.